Bracha fell and broke her hip, and she had surgery.
Thank you. Everyone came, and especially with the legend down. I think we went half an hour without talking to each other. Last meeting. Mara and Tanis of Basil Olive has a story of Rabbi Broka, who was in the marketplace. He met Eliyahu Navi, and he met Eliyahu Navi, also been a great person. He asked Eliyahu Navi, "Is there anyone here in the marketplace who's a Ben Olam Haba?" And Eliyahu Navi pointed out somebody, and when we asked that person what he did, and after that conversation, two more people came in, and Eliyahu Navi told them they are also Ben Olam Haba. So when Broka went over to these two people, I said, "What do you do?" They said, "We're comedians, we're jesters. We cheer up people who are sad. And also, when we see people who are not getting along, we make peace between them." In the last 3 days, gotten there are a number of text messages from various people who knew Donnie, and that was the consistent message that I got. The first part, especially, about always having a smile. Someone wrote, "Your brother was special, so educated and caring. I will miss him. The long nights I was able to talk to him, learn with him Torah, and listen to Jewish songs together. He loved music." And he sent me a link to a Miami Boys Choir song, the Siyata Shmaya, that he said during COVID they used to sit in his car together half the night singing the song. And he's done. He was always saying the Yirtzeh Hashem and things like that. Someone wrote, "He was always very sweet and kind and friendly to me. I know he did not have it easy, but when I saw him on occasion in the last 20 years, he continued to have a smile on his face and a friendly greeting." Someone else wrote, "He was always friendly, funny, and had a great smile. He was a special character full of joy and knowledge and a fun guy. We loved him. We'll miss him very much. And I remember him as a person who had a huge heart and always meant well." And that's the first of these characteristics of these people that the Eliyahu Navi says are Ben Olam Haba. Always smiling and wanting people to be happy and cheerful. The second thing that is always trying to make peace between people. The Sfarim say this world is a place of machlokas, just by definition. When Hashem created the world, it says he asked Shalom, "Should I create the world?" Hashem said, "No, it'll be a place of machlokas." This world is not a place of shalom. when a Gemara says when you take leave of someone, you should say Lech lishalom, go towards peace. Only when a person is nifter, we say Lech bishalom, go in peace, because peace is the trait of Olam Haba. I remember many times Donnie calling me very upset. Achlokas, this one, this group, and that group, and that was one of his traits. My grandfather, my mother's father. I remember when we were little, when I was here, I look like my father's family. Nasha looks like my mother's father's family, my mother's family, and Donnie looked like my mother's father's family. And that was a trait of my mother's father. That, from what I've heard, I was 6 years old when he passed away. But from what I've heard, also he was a person who could not stand it if people were not getting along. So those are the traits of Ben Olam Haba. That's who Donnie was. A lot of complications the last 3 days. Getting the Aron here from Los Angeles. Why I'm watching or not, but I want to thank his friends who assisted, as well as everyone here who worked so hard on this. There were a couple friends in Los Angeles who insisted on somehow we got into the cargo area at the airport to say goodbye. Very meaningful to know that he had such friends who took care of him over the years, helped him out, and we're very grateful for that, as well as to everyone who cared for him. Same time, on behalf of myself and whole family, Donnie asked Mechila if we didn't try hard enough. Lama Netzach, Hashem Elokim Dimam Yaakov Benim.
If I could just take a moment, really echoing what Shlomo was talking about, but I just want to say from the vantage point of someone who didn't know Donnie particularly well, it was always striking. I was talking to Dr. Katz before. I think over my time here in the shul, he probably came for extended visits 3 or 4 times. And his excitement to see old friends, his excitement even to see me. I wasn't an old friend of his. I was a person he had met once or twice, was palpable. And I was just thinking in the last few minutes, I think I'd be hard-pressed. Thank God we have a large shul. There are many people coming and going and visiting. I think I'd be hard-pressed to think of a visitor, of a family visitor, who elicited a strong reaction of excitement from him. Not across the room, but the people who knew him. I saw people go from one end of the room to another with great excitement to see Donnie's here. That's Donnie. And I think the understanding of that's very much what we're talking about. That people sensed his warmth for them. I certainly sensed a unique warmth towards me. And people responded in kind. This is the parsha of Avram Avinu. We read about Avram in this week's parsha. We read about Avram in next week's parsha. And in terms of the episodes recorded in the Chumash, the strongest sense we get of Avram in his profile as a person is as a person of chesed. And next week's parsha, we've got this striking episode where he had just had his bris, and he runs with so much energy and effort, physically difficult, but he ran to cater to the needs of his guests. What's the takeaway from there? So maybe the takeaway is that Nachman Avinu felt he had to do a mitzvah, so he put a lot into the mitzvah. Maybe that's the takeaway. And if that's the takeaway, there's what to learn from that. But humbly, I think the lesson is different. I think the lesson is that Avram Avinu and he with Sarah together are the core of what we are as Jewish people. Avram Avinu felt a regesh, had a feeling, had an affection for these total strangers, and to understand that that's part of the core of the Jewish being. What are the three aspects of what it is to be a Jew? Famous Gemara, Rachmanim Baishanim Domen Chasadim. People of mercy, people of sense of shame, people want to be chesed. But you see, it's all about the emotions. This is such a core component of the cloud Israel. And if you think about it honestly, many of us do many mitzvos that are somewhat deficient in this component. Certainly, if you talk about feeling it, if you want it, it's yet exemplified this midah. It's something for all of us who experienced it to reflect on. Hopefully, if we get better in that, being inspired by him, it'll be a first shot. Please rise for the camera. El Molei Rachamim Shokein Bamiromim Amtei Minu Konokono Amtei Ashkina Malos Kedoshim Tovin Zor Kiyamas Rimas Shmas Daniel Arni Ben Yitzchak Yaakov Kohen Sholach Yolamo Lavur Shanach Mispalu Lim Yaras Koras Nishmaso Began Eden Temnu Faso Lechem Balarachamim Yasti Rehov Seiser Knapap Yolamim Yitzroy B'Torah Chayimas Nishmaso Adonai Yunach Laso Yonimach B'Shalom HaMishkavo V'Nomar Amen.